Do you imagine your son comes to you one day and he's like, Dad, I think you've been sneezing my cum for weeks?
What if you had the Simon Says your dick up to 16 steps so you could get a boner? Beep, boop, bop, beep, beep, beep. If I say I'm squeegeeing the inside of my asshole with my fingers, it makes me sound like a Jeffrey Dahmer level psychopath.
You know what I mean? When in Rome, put your balls in another man's hand.
Nothing going at all. At all.
Nothing.
How do we do it?
Same old. Same old. Same old.
Same old, same old.
Same old.
Same old, same old.
Same old situation. Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I've been better.
It's nice seeing you here.
Got a thick pee in my sack that I could
A thick pee in your sack?
relieve. Yeah, it would be nice to not have. You know what I mean?
So are you not even implying that pee is... Oh. Are you not even
It's
implying
the only
that...
way to stir it.
Are you not even implying that pee is stored in the balls, that perhaps that it's stored
Of course not. When you have,
just in the sack itself?
when you have to pee really bad, your balls don't grow to a audacious size
So...
surrounding, because obviously there's fluids around your balls. Your balls aren't just in there dry.
Well,
Your
yeah,
balls aren't dry,
obviously.
but there's fluid, and that's pee. Idiot.
I don't think that's correct.
Are you a doctor?
Does it leach out of your testicles?
Leech?
Yeah, like, is it like your testicles get full of pee and then it kind of like seeps out of it? And that's what fills the ball sack? Or is there like something separate keeping the pee around the balls to keep them moisturized?
This is confusing, and half of it was because I wasn't listening.
Does your sack blow up when you have to pee?
Yeah,
And
it
all
gets
the
huge.
and all the wrinkles get smooth.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see a smooth ball
like a
sack in a
tennis
porno
ball.
and it makes you uncomfortable?
Yeah. Ball sacks and porn.
Just in general, just ball sacks make me uncomfortable.
Ball sacks
I don't think
are
any-
not visually.
Rare opinion, I think they should all just be cut off.
Whoa.
Nobody has testicles
Chemically?
or balls. Whatever we got to do to like just make sure no one has testicles or a ball sack, just a penis.
What about a hot cup of coffee?
Nothing
like,
wrong with a hot cup of coffee.
The hottest cup of coffee with your balls in it.
Like so hot that it gives you third-degree burns.
Scalding hottest. Hold on. Scalding hottest Dunkin' scrotum in a Folgers cup.
What
What
bar
about
is that?
It's an Earl, of course. It's an Earl. An
Sounds
early
like
Earl.
sounds like two accordions
Isn't
fighting
it,
with each other.
Oldie?
Is it
No.
oldie?
No, I don't know what the hell.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't have all the words to oldie memorized.
You fucking piece of shit. Welcome, folks, to episode 139. We don't feel a way about this number. Especially immediately recorded after 138.
Immediately recorded after 138. We think we've hit something here, folks. We're on a roll. We're mixing thermoses over here. We're taking thermoses like mixed drinks. See, the bars are shut down, so what we're doing is we're mixing our own drinks over here to give us the experience of being out
I
at
bought
a
some
bar.
vodka last night
Uh-huh.
and didn't buy anything to mix it with.
How much was that foosball table?
I told you I couldn't. There was not a price on it.
That means it was free and you should have taken it.
Fuck. I just got so excited. You know,
You
when
look
see
so
things
you
that
look
you're
like you look like a kid in the photo who just like found like I don't know like a real version
Yeah.
of a Hot Wheels car he loves and he's like,
Well, I saw a foosball table and I was like, okay. And then it was like, oh, it's a cooler.
are we
Like,
allowed to play
imagine?
foosball? The four of us? I feel like we would break a table so easily if
Have
we were
we
too
not
drunk.
played?
I don't think we've played foosball. I
Really?
think we played that game at that little bar in Madison that we go to. The hockey one.
Oh,
But
the
that's
bubble
not,
hockey?
Yeah, that's not proper
Because see,
foosball
there used to
though.
be in Madison at the what is it? The red shed?
Red
the
room?
the big Long Islands. I think they had foosball, or they do, because we went with a friend of a friend, like a whole bunch of people were there, and this guy's like, he goes like, "Oh, I'm insanely good at foosball," and you're like, "That's not possible," because it
Right.
seems like very like kind of odds.
A,
you know
ve-
what
a
I- like,
very
it's
weirdly
very-
specific thing to be very good
It
at.
just seems
you know?
like hard to be talented at foosball because it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
It's a
all over the
randomized,
place.
yeah, it's a
like-
randomized thing, especially if you're just playing one-on-one.
right. And then he won 16 games in a row. He is insanely good at foosball, and he was like, I grew up with a foosball.
I was
table.
gonna say that
And I
it
was
had
like,
to be something
but
like that.
Still, like I had a foosball table for a little bit when I was a kid. I had one of those every table, you know what I mean, where it's
Yeah.
foosball and then it's
And you can
pool,
put the thing on top
and
and
then
you can
it's
play pool.
air
Yeah.
hockey and like table tennis. Yeah, and you're like, the fuck, this is tight. Why don't I have that anymore?
Right.
It was probably like a little one, I'm guessing.
I remember going over to friends' houses and they had air hockey tables, and I thought that was like the epitome of like, hot damn, look at this, an air hockey table in your house. Because like a
pretty
pool
huge.
table's a pool table. I mean, like it's luxurious to have a pool table.
We
but-
had a pool table, air hockey, ping pong table in my house, and then we just sold it because you just don't use it. It's one of
Yeah.
those things where, when you're a kid, you're like, oh my God, you have like the coolest thing ever. And then they're like, yeah, I don't really use it. And you're like, oh, if I had it, I'd use it.
If I had it, I would use it
fucking
every
waking
day.
moment.
I would come home and I would play it all the time.
There
Just
you
myself. I'd run back and forth to either side of the air hockey table.
I'd play by myself. I'd jerk off on the table, like
Yeah.
sitting on it, not coming on it.
I'd let the hockey puck
precious.
slide around on my cum and fuck up the table, and then my dad's got to call a very specific repairman out to try and make sure that like there's not too much cum in the air hockey table. But then I got the air hockey. But then I got my cum all over the billiard balls, and it messed up my dad's shot because I came in the little blue chalk thing.
I came in too many of the air holes on the air hockey table, so now if the puck goes over certain holes, it shoots up in the sky and comes back down.
He ended up grinding
isolating some of the holes is making other holes more powerful.
He ended up grinding my cum onto his cue, and then he shot it, and then he snorted it by accident, and then he sneezed it. It was so bad. And now my dad doesn't know that he's been sneezing my cum for a month every time he plays pool, and every time he plays air hockey. My cum's all over the puck.
Could you imagine your son comes to you one day and he's like, Dad, I think you've been sneezing my cum for weeks.
I'm like, you're grounded until you're 30.
A judge will agree with me.
If the kid that came from my cum, I have to sneeze out his cum.
I mean, that's the circle of
I
life.
have to sneeze out his powdered cum because he can't stop coming on my combination air hockey pool table, whatever the fuck it is.
You should have had a talk with him at some point.
Can
you
you-
didn't have the sex talk, and it shows.
If you were a child and
it
you
shows
could,
when I come to buy that table, and I'm like, it seems like there's a lot of stains and
you try to pry the table up off the floor after your dad dies, it's cemented in the floor with your fucking cum. You can't even get it. You can't even get the rug doctor in there to clean it up. It's been cemented there since you were a fucking teenager. It's like when you hid food behind something as a kid and your parents never moved the furniture and you like go over there years later and you find it.
Speak for yourself, baby.
That did happen to me. When I was a very
Sure
small
it did.
kid, I hid. This is such a specific memory. My grandma had a tree outside where she grew pears, and we brought them all in one day, and I was so excited to try one. I just took it in the living room and started eating it. And I heard from the kitchen, now don't eat those until I wash them off. They got pesticide on them. And so in my mind, I was like, I'm going to get in trouble if they found out I ate one. So I shoved it like in this recliner chair, like in the corner back here, you know, like deep into where like the mechanisms are at. And then this was years later. I mean, I had to be like 4 or 5 years after I did that. And I was over there and my grandparents never changed the furniture or anything. And so I'm sitting in the chair and I just like dropped something and I reached down in there and I pulled out like this shriveled, wrinkled, brown.
It didn't smell at some point?
It had to
Yeah, it
have.
had to have smelled horrible.
That's
you
the
had
thing.
and you had to have been like, it seems like the chair smells like it's rotting.
Well, I hadn't been over there in a long time.
Well, yeah, but someone.
Yeah, there were still people
Old
living
people
in
stink.
the house.
Old people stink
Yeah,
covered up.
but it covered up a rotting piece of fruit in the couch.
I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but old people smell.
But yeah,
And they don't smell as well.
it's true. But yeah, I just remember.
I hope I never get so old that I don't smell
Smell
rotting
fruit rotting in my
chair while I'm
furniture.
sitting in the chair. You're like,
with the massage function and the heat function on, and it's just hot and smelly,
and it's got to
and
be
just
like,
vibrating fruit in the jelly at this point.
you have to be like, there's something in the air. You know what? Like, I have it a lot where like my nose is fucked up, but for some reason I always smell the worst things. Like I will find those. And like I'll have it, my garbage can. You step on it and it opens. You stomp the fucker and it'll
just
give you whatever you want.
sprays
It'll
everywhere.
say anything.
Got glass in your feet.
Yeah, I did yesterday. But yeah, you step on it and it opens. So I'll be sitting on my couch, which is like around the corner from the garbage, and someone will open the garbage, throw something away, and just real quick, and I'll just get that little hint like the garbage is bad. And if it was left open longer, it would be a problem, and we need to take the garbage out. And I'm
Right.
the only one that apparently ever fucking smells this. But that's how I feel like it would be if my chair had a rotting pear in it. I'd
piece
be
of
like, there is a
fruit.
hint of something bad in the air, but I cannot pinpoint it. But I would lose my mind.
Right.
Like, it would be one of those things that
I
would
think that's the
change
most
my
miraculous
life.
part of the story is the fact that like I was the one who found it years later after it had jerkied in the chair, dried
I
out.
thought you were gonna say you were jerking off in the chair, and you're like, "Is that pear still?" in
Yeah,
there?"
I
You
was
reached
like,
down,
I was
you're
like
"Oh
seven,
my
I was like 8 years old, jacking off at my grandparents' chair. And this was during like a holiday when I found it again, so it's like Christmas, and I'm over there jacking off.
Of course you are.
Yeah, This
Christmas
is how
break.
we do it.
I thought you were gonna say, "This is Halloween."
This is Halloween.
Because it can be a
scream in the
it can be a Christmas or Halloween movie,
Depending on when you watch it. You
Right.
can watch it every day between Halloween and Christmas.
right?
Especially on Thanksgiving. Because by Thanksgiving, your mom fucking hates you because you've been watching it every day.
And what's a better
If
way
I
to
gotta hear him play that Marilyn
What is
Manson
a-
version of This Is Halloween.
what is a
one more
better thing
fucking
to be
time?
thankful for than the opportunity to not stop watching Nightmare Before Christmas?
Tim
with your
Burton's The
family.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Of course, not your friend Rick's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, that one was fogged.
Yeah, that one.
That was more.
Sally is definitely much more sexualized
Yeah,
than that
much
version.
more sexualized. You're a stupid girl. The scientist smacks her around, says some awful
Oh, that
thing.
scientist just getting his dick sucked. No,
By
he
Sally.
rips off her arm and he's like, "I could do it better myself." And he
This
sure,
is
we should
jacking
make.
him.
There definitely
There has
is.
to be a porno.
No, there is
that-
one.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're just describing the plot of something you've seen.
I mean, I can,
Just Jack Skellington
Read about
boning
dancing.
her. There has to be a pun about that in there.
No, because we did something on Patreon, and because of that, I looked up Nightmare Before
Speaking of
Christmas
which, go to
porn. haven't done any of that.
www.patreon.com/dapperdads and pay the money, get the thing. You can hear all about the things we can't say on here. God, what else do we have to go through?
Everything. www.thedapperdads.com. It's the normal one.
Is the normal one. Go to dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. Send us your erotic versions of The Nightmare Before Christmas. We'll pick out the best one
Hope I
and
don't
jerk
have
off
to
to
censor
it.
this.
Oh, we're going to have to censor it.
Fuck.
Oh, we're going to have to censor
This isn't even the
that.
movie.
I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at
this
how-
I've seen
Look
this.
at, are you seeing that?
Are you seeing this? That's what I was visualizing.
but look.
are you seeing?
Are you
Good
seeing that
Lord.
goes up to her boobs?
Good Lord. I mean, she's a doll. She's supposed to be stitched to holy.
There it is. That's the
There
real
it
one.
is. That's what I'm
That's
looking
the
for.
real
That's
one.
the yeah, that is the oh wow.
And that's also the real one. I like that
Yeah.
he keeps the suit on. What a classy skeleton.
Good for him.
But that's him in the real one, and I don't like that.
Yeah, that's
Should have
weird.
just been a mask. But yeah, it seems like it's just. Oh, what
is
the
this?
fuck is going on?
What the fuck is going
yeah,
on
that's
here?
the one I was looking at.
Karina's Nightmare Before Christmas, A.
Yeah. So this is the actual. Wow, what a terrible cutoff. Then the Nightmare Before XXXmas.
There we go.
But so
There we
it's
go.
just Jack and Sally. Like
What is this I'm looking at? Is
I
that
don't
Oogie
know.
Boogie
It's
fucking
definitely Oogie Boogie fucking. I don't
a
know.
humanized version of the dog?
I don't know. We can't keep looking at this.
Oh, we for sure can. I will look at it later.
Yeah. But that's
That-
it's just
that-
Jack and Sally. It's not the mayor with the different faces. Imagine him like being angry and then he gets a blowjob and his head spins around and he's happy. Like
That's
a
what
lot of
happens to
missed
me.
opportunity.
That's me.
Zero, the dog.
I walk around, I'm like,
eats.
and then I get my dick sucked, and I'm like,
And I think that's all of us. Yes. Or yeah, I definitely want that crippled doctor scientist to be involved.
but he's got to be like really mean and
I
misogynistic.
think he's a cuck, right?
He's got to be
Yeah.
like in real life.
Yes, of course, the real life of the doctor from
From the Nightmare
The
Before
Nightmare
Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Super simp. Where's that comic book? Super simp.
What about the three children?
Oh,
They
like
probably shouldn't be involved.
they probably
actually.
they probably shouldn't be children.
Yeah, well, they grow up.
Barely legal. That's what we'll call them.
What
for
about
this.
the jazz band? I'm really just going through every
You're
character.
joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're killing me. This gotta be. This can't be. Are you talking about the jazz band that plays when Oogie Boogie interrogates Santa Claus for
Well, they're
looking like
like-
Santa Claus?
Very good observation. that I've
Because
never
he's
thought
literally.
of. Boogie Boogie.
Can
should
you imagine
be-
just looking like yourself? You get kidnapped by 3 horrible-looking children, and a bag full of bugs goes, "You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're killing me. You
know
gotta
what?
be.
You're-
This
I don't-
can't be the right guy."
I don't appreciate you pointing out the plot holes in Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm just saying.
Or Nightmare
it's
Before
not necessarily a plot
XXXmas.
hole. Just look at it from Santa's point of view. You're just trying to chill. Busy season at work. So, like, picture your busy season at work. You are stressed out. You were trying to get everything done. 3 ugly fucking kids show up,
In masks.
put a bag over your head, pull you somewhere, and then a bag full of bugs starts being like, "This can't be him. He looks like a dork."
I mean, yeah, you're true.
Really shitting your Cheerios.
Almost exclusively. My dad always used to say shit down my throat. Not just
I'm gonna
my
rip
throat.
off your head and shit down your
your
neck.
throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to 4027 Dapper. Go to it. Find it.
I'm gonna
Take a little bit
402
of time and experience numbers.
experience numbers. Talk
See
to
if
us.
you think numbers have genders.
Do they?
It's a thing people have.
Numbers
We're
have
like-
colors, but not genders.
That's also wrong and different. Not wrong, but yeah, it's
Different.
You know, like synesthesia.
Yeah.
People have it where they assign numbers genders.
Hmm.
My sister has it, and she'll tell me what numbers are what genders. It's fascinating. I don't have it. I also don't have it with the color for numbers.
I got the colors with music thing, but I
have
don't
that
do the
somewhat,
numbers.
But yeah, not like I don't think what people say. But yeah, 402-732-7737. Call it, text it. You got free time. Get at us.
You know what you're doing.
Honk our digital butts.
Somebody honk my butt. It's been a while.
Yeah, I won't do it anymore.
I had a customer come into work, and I was filling a display, and she comes in every day, and I hate her.
Because she loves you.
I hate her
Do you think
because
she loves you?
I think she tries to
Do
be.
you think she finds you attractive?
She said she was going to smack my butt to get my attention, and I looked
What
at
are
her.
we talking? How old?
No, just none of this. Like middle-aged, but like definitely not built.
I'm not saying you're gonna fuck her.
No, nobody should.
I'm saying
fuck
go
her.
to Twitter and type in @DapperDads and follow us. Then go to Instagram, type in @DapperDadsPodcast, follow us. I think we got to know that was the most fucked up promo ever. Anyway, you're gonna fuck this lady at your work.
I don't want to fuck this
work.
lady. She came up and said she was going to smack my butt to surprise me, but then she didn't. And all I could think was if she touched my ass, I would just scream. Just first no syllables.
Oh, I'm gonna come touch your butt at work. Yeah. Can you imagine if
High
I
pitched
I
like a
honk your
woman.
butt and you're just like, and then you turn around and it's me, and I'm like, yeah, where are the cookies and cream Twix at? This is fucking insane.
Everyone is just running around. That's how stressed out I am at work. You touch my butt, I'm just like,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that would be the best thing ever. Like, I would be so happy. I will pay a person to come
everyone
into
just
your work.
freaks out.
Stop.
Everyone just runs out of the store because of my long sustained chimpanzee yelling.
I just want to see you scream about anything. I still want to bring back, like,
Pranking people to the point where they mentally
breakdown.
break down.
Yeah. I mean, that's ideal. I think that's the risk you take with every prank is that.
Someone will be in the wrong place
win
at the
the
wrong
roulette.
time and will mentally break down.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to bring back, we had talked about it, like.
Hey, buddy, your wife is dead. I just talked to her 10 minutes ago. Yeah, she walked through a pane of glass. There's blood everywhere.
Walk through it. I mean, that sounds like her own fault.
Yeah.
My idiot wife is
Oh, my
dead.
God, the ambulance guy is here. Guy's like, oh, thank God. I was just about to leave on this trip with my mistress, and I was like, how am I going to get rid of my stupid wife? But that idiot bitch killed herself by walking through a window. Fucking typical.
But
She's on the other end of the phone. The VJ's like, pulling his puka shells.
until they shatter everywhere.
Pull everywhere. He's like, oh, they didn't train me for this at the MTV warehouse.
Someone runs
Von
in.
Dutch Energy, am I right? Hairbanger's Ball coming up next.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We got
Ricky
Jamie
Rocket.
We got Jamie Josta from Hatebreed.
No, I like the idea of, we had talked about it, screaming as loud as you can during a concert.
Because
people
this had
only,
came up.
and I did it
Because this had come up with the kids
kids
screaming very loudly into
Right.
the hairdryer,
Classic.
which we had a contest of. Someone won a shirt,
Right.
a very specific shirt.
Yeah. You know how it is when we give away shit. It's very
Yeah,
specific.
specific and weird.
We haven't given away things in a long time, and the CDC says we can't.
Yeah, CDC says we legally can't give away anything
Yeah.
right now.
You hate to experience that.
Mainly because we've been
Because
wiping
you,
it all over
listener,
our balls.
You would have won it. This was your time.
This was your time to win.
You fucked up.
Yeah, we had such a
fucked
contest
up
ready
by
for you
allowing
guys.
the
2020 was going to be the
CDC.
year of contest.
Yeah, but now it's 2021, and that's the year of the apology tour.
Yep.
So all the shirts say I'm sorry, and we only listened to that Akon song where he apologized about all those
I was actually
going
going to say
it, a really good
the
song,
shirts just
but
have the printed
weird.
lyrics to "I'm Sorry" by Buckcherry all over it.
No, it got a little mix-up at the printer, and it's got Crazy Bitch.
No, I'm sorry.
And
Hey, you're a crazy
yeah,
bitch.
Crazy Bitch
And
is-
like big cursive
yeah,
for some
no
reason.
big like cartoon 90s
Big
letters.
cartoony crazy bitch,
but
you
you
fuck so good.
I'm
Like it's
on
all the
top.
expletives are big
Yeah.
letters. Like those stupid shirts you see where I'm like,
What one
I'm a
ast-
trucker and I'm in a pipe union and my wife is a little crazy and she got me this shirt.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I always want to wear those.
my mom got me one of those shirts and I don't know if it was a prank prank or not, but it's been sitting at home in the dresser ever since. I am not wearing it.
Why the fuck? I would wear the shit out.
You want
Give
me
it
to?
me?
You
Yeah,
want
I'll
it?
Fucking wear
Okay.
What does it say?
It says like
specifically?
my awesome mom got me this shirt and don't mess with like it's one of the like fucked up
All right, I won't.
stupidest
Yeah,
ones.
it's got to be a good one.
No,
but I'll
it's
wear it.
not funny. Like it's not like I look death
Even
in the
ironic?
face and he whispered the N-word. Like it's not like that.
Yeah.
That's a specific shirt.
No,
you can
but
get.
I mean, like I like the like you said the pipe fit. My
I wish
husband
I
is
could get one of
yeah,
those. That would
I
be
want
the
like
dream.
a very like.
My husband is a pipe fitter and an Aquarius, and he's a little crazy, but so am I. And I bought this shirt because I'm his Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
and if
and
you
you're
mess
like,
with
what
our
the fuck?
17 kids and our guns, we'll fuck your dog. Big dog shit. It's like it turns out being a big dog tee. Remember those back in the day?
The 90s.
Yeah, like the big guys were
No
just
fear.
The big the big dog with the
But both of
sunglasses.
them- yeah,
It's
I
a
wear 'em
big dog,
together.
no fear.
Collab.
Mixed with like the weird stick guys, like gone fishing or
Yeah.
something like that.
We are
Mixed
we are
with
obsessed with t-shirts.
mixed with a tap out T-shirt,
No,
like
no,
that
it's too
cross
much.
design.
I like the crazy bitch shirt, but it has one asterisk instead of a letter. But it's like, okay, I
the
clearly
C and
even
the
all
C
the
and
asterisks.
crazy.
Like, there's only like a couple words where you're like not sure which one it is. You know what I mean?
It's like if it was being sung like this, the bleep would be in the wrong spot. Like, hey, you're a bitch, but you fuck
no,
so
even just
e.
like the B asterisk TCH. It's like I think we all know.
No, we know what they're
even if
trying
it was
to say.
B asterisk 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 asterisk, you'd still be like pretty sure.
It's
you know
not
what I mean?
you're a crazy
as long,
butt.
As long as we didn't just do some asterisks and it's secretly bullshit. My favorite thing is when you watch TV shows and they like bleep out like, "Oh, you're such a bitch," and I like to think, what if the guy was like, if I was on a TV show
You're
and I knew
such
they were
a
gonna bleep,
boot.
"You're such a shit," just so people would be like, "Fuck," you know what I mean? Or like improper.
I was at a
bleeps.
place recently. I was trying to fill out some
Bad place.
Bad place. It was
I
a
in
bad
place recently.
I was in a bad place recently, and I was trying to fill out some paperwork, and the lady was talking to me. It was like an old
Filling
lady
out
at the
paperwork is inherently bad.
It's inherently bad if I have to go fill out paperwork, and so I'm there and I'm filling out paperwork.
You never fill out paperwork to get a blowjob.
No,
You know what I mean?
You should.
I would love to.
I would
Oh,
love
yeah.
the nicest.
make me feel better.
It would probably be the nicest blowjob in the world.
It would make me feel better too, because I'm like, they for sure, you know what I mean?
They know what they're getting into.
Yeah, because I write down like,
And you don't
at
gotta
the end, I'm
you don't
gonna-
gotta awkwardly ask for a blowjob, which is like the
Right.
weirdest thing to do
You
in the
just
world. I
file
just
the
want it to
paperwork.
happen. I just want it to
Well,
naturally happen
yeah.
because I can't ask for it.
Yeah, you
It's,
should.
you sound weird. There's no nice way to ask to get your dick sucked.
Right. Like,
Please suck my dick. That sounds
well,
weird.
I think we've been over this, and it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's
and
true.
Suck my dick is never appealing. to
No,
a
hey,
woman.
suck my dick a little bit.
Blow on my Johnson.
Yeah.
It's the best one.
No,
and
because
it's
we're
still
not
bad.
from Wisconsin.
Take
Fuck
me to, move me
T-Pain.
to a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin.
Somewhere you can suck my Jansen.
Anyway, you're filling out paperwork not for a blowjob.
Not for a blowjob. And
Did you write it in the memo line?
I
though?
did. I was like for a blowjob,
Good.
but it still didn't happen. I
Sounds
didn't
about
want it to
right.
happen.
Right.
This sounds about right. Am I right, fellas?
I asked
Paid for
it, didn't get it.
paid for a whole lobster dinner and it still didn't happen.
Yeah, because she's fucking allergic to
Shellfish?
shellfish and didn't tell me.
She told me
stupid,
that she would blow me
inferior woman.
with if she ate the lobster. I just had to use the EpiPen in time, but then I forgot she had an EpiPen. I'm sorry.
She said, I thought she'd blow me, not blow up. Am I right?
Am I right, fellas? It's her parents in the emergency room.
Yeah.
She's dead.
Yeah, the doctor's covered in blood. Like,
Blood.
I should have took the
I
gloves
thought she'd
off.
blow me,
I
not
definitely,
blow up.
I definitely should have took
Guys
the
just
gloves off.
chawing on
Right?
gum, making stock trades.
Jeez.
So is she gonna be able to blow me before I go home, or what?
Technically, the
Tec-
doctors. I just love the idea.
Technically,
of the doctor,
I
like,
need to turn around and wash my hands. So whatever
Yeah.
happens, happens.
She's still warm for 3 minutes. So 3 blowjobs? You come in a minute from a blowjob? Incredible.
Oh yeah, no, I got no time for this shit. I don't got time for bitches.
Oh God.
Real nasty, horrible piece of shit.
Yeah, you're running the mill. Anyway,
You're
you're
running the
filling
mill
out
stock trade.
paperwork.
I was filling out paperwork, and this lady was trying to convince me that they will say any swear word on TV now, and I said that's not correct.
Cunt.
Yeah,
Go cunt right away.
I almost said I was like, oh, almost forgot that was there, bro. Oh, hell, buongiorno. That's nice. Luigi. You know the two brothers, Buongiorno and Luigi.
Yeah, and they
Have I been praying to the wrong god or playing the wrong gaming system?
You're praying to the wrong gaming system, and you're playing the wrong god.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
play.
Don't play God, idiot.
Don't play Pillsbury Dough Christ.
Don't play Pillsbury Dough
He
Christ.
ain't no fuck boy.
Crescent Rolls 316, bitch.
Interesting. Interesting.
Are the names of the book named after the different products that he sells?
Maybe.
Philadelphia style cream cheese frosting Funfetti edition. Book 2212,
What
bitch.
the fuck are we eating? Funfetti cream cheese?
Funfetti cream cheese frosting.
Okay.
It's just
I
cream cheese
usually tune
frosting
out
with the
just a
Funfetti
piece.
Frinkles in the top. That's Funfetti. Funfetti Frinkles.
Fun Freddy Frinkles. This is my partner, Fun Freddy Frinkles. And do not
he's a
make fun of
fucking-
his name because
Dude,
he
is
will
so
lose.
sensitive. Not only is he sensitive, he is incredibly tough, and he'll beat the shit out of you if you make fun
We
of
call
his
him
name.
Frinks. I wouldn't do
Just
it.
but like one of those tiny looking guys that looks like just a shitty guy that like the Matrix in the 90s, just really uptight and little wiry glasses. You're like, what's up, Freddy? Fun Frinkles.
And he just beats the shit out of you.
like just real straight punches, like not even saying anything, just blood getting all
You're
over
in the
his face.
hospital. The doctor comes out. He's like,
Oh, this
shit,
looks like another triple
I
F
took my
job.
gloves off. You're like, am I gonna get blown or what?
Should
He's
I
like,
should I take
I
my
got 3 minutes. He's fully alive and awake.
He's fully.
He will know what happened.
Hey, is Freddy Frun Frinkles gonna get to blow this guy or what? You want to blow
He
it?
yeah, wait a minute. This guy beats the shit out of you and then face fucks you in the hospital.
Wow.
You shouldn't have said his
Face
name wrong.
fucks you in the hospital, or you get to face fuck him in the hospital?
He face fucks you.
Wow.
Yeah.
He just shows up. He's like, I'm gonna fuck your face after you're broken and bloody.
Yeah, you have a neck brace on. He's like, this should be easier than normal. Cracks his fingers for 3 entire minutes. Yeah. Sounds like someone shuffling cards. You're
Sounds like
what is
somebody snapping glow sticks,
that? Yeah. just
over shuffling cards,
violently.
over shoving bones in a paper shredder.
What if to get a boner you had to snap your dick like a glow stick?
What if to get a boner you had to snap it and shake it like a glow stick?
Oh, I shake it.
What if to get a boner you had to bop it, twist it, pull it, shake it?
But then you got to remember the order because it speeds up.
Well, yeah. What if you had to
then
Simon?
it goes,
What if you had to Simon Says your dick up to 16 steps so you could get a boner? Beep boop bop beep 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 boop beep bop beep boop beep beep bop, beep beep beep. Fuck!
You were so close.
Damn, this shit slaps.
She's just on the bed like
That's music when we wake up from the 10-year coma. Beep boop bop beep beep boop 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 boop. She started talking and I told the bitch, "This is a remake. I've heard this. You fucker stole this from our Sparkmaster tape. Old head, kill him." Boo, and they're just throwing shit.
Have you seen that 100 Humans show on Netflix?
No.
It's incredible. It's the first thing that I watched, like binge watched in its entirety in one sitting. And it's got really bad forced comedy, and that's not good. But it's basically like they get 100 humans, and then they do different experiments to learn like a general question.
One of them is
This
Freddy
isn't-
Fun Frinkles.
It is, but you shouldn't address it.
No.
There
at
are
all.
some fucking characters. There's a man with an old white man, big white beard, and 2 points. It goes up. He takes like.
So is
the
this a
ends of
real
his
show?
Yes. This is real people. They just take 100 random people, all different walks of life, whatever, and then they'll do experiments. Like half of the people. I hate when you're like, I watch like 8 episodes of a thing and I can't think of a fucking single
Isn't
example.
that the best?
But the main one I wanted to bring up is they have like a weird question one, because most of them have themes. Like, are you biased? Like with sexuality, with race, with whatever. Not like homophobic or racist, but does your brain go? So for instance, they take a couple of the 100 humans. Sometimes they don't perfectly split them up. They just take like 10 out of the 100, and they have 3 couples standing there, or like 3 guys and 3 women standing there.
So
and
do
you
they just have
to-
like a house of 100 people living together?
It's
and
like a
they
huge
pull out the random
complex.
ones?
Yeah, they for like weeks they all live there, and they're just there to do
Weird.
these different experiments. I just like statistics and stuff, and this like shows a lot of different shit. Like this one, they have 3 guys, 3 women, and then like 3 spots to put them in, and you have to make the couple. Like, who do you think is all together?
Yeah.
So people, almost every single person makes male-female couples, and then at the end they realize only one is a heterosexual couple and the other 2 are gay, and it shows that your brain, even though you're not prejudiced against,
Right, you just automatically think like
yeah,
a man
because
and a
just
woman.
how you've grown up and what's portrayed in the media, especially when we were younger, and it's just to show stuff like that. So it's experiments that explain. I love that shit. Like I said, the comedy in it is so corny and horrible. If they just showed the experiments, it would be great. And like one was, how do you wipe your ass? No one stood up, but I don't think that was the
Out of 100
question.
people?
No, this is another one where they only did a couple.
I was saying out of 100 people.
I
no
wouldn't.
one.
I
was
wouldn't
like,
tell this publicly if no one out
if
of
it
100.
made you look crazy.
Yeah, but I did get to see And I think this is what I've needed forever, is like what you guys are talking about. Like where, you know what I mean? Because that's what I picture standing up, and I can't.
Do they show people wiping their ass?
They do it like a dry run with clothes on, but they're like, and they, for these type of things, they don't tell them. They're just like, will you be in, we're not going to tell you what this one is.
Yeah.
Because people will not. Like another one is they kind of torture the people.
Why?
Because they want to see if like your memory is better under like distress. Like if we give you like 10 words to remember, and then you're perfect, like half the group is just normal, they go about their day, and then 24 hours later they come back, can they remember the words? Or if you're put under distress, there's some study that they want to prove or disprove, and so they make the people stay up for 24 hours, and they're in a room by themselves and have to like sit in a chair, and they play like babies crying and like, fucking crazy shit. And then at one point when they feel like everyone is about to fall asleep, they just come in and pour water on them, and they like torture them as much as they can, and then they prove that has no bearing. Like those people honestly perform.
I would be so I would be so glad that I would have gotten tortured for a full day of my living life just to perform how they expected.
And the other people, they asked 10 people if they would be.
I've had so much coffee, I feel like my bones are gonna explode.
Oh, I haven't had even close to enough. I've been going crazy recently.
Yeah, of course you have. Not wearing shoes.
Oh yeah,
toes are fucked up. Drinking a lot of coffee.
No, that wasn't a secret.
Don't you shush me.
I thought it was.
Don't you ever shush me like that publicly.
Come on, guys. No one has told me what's wrong with my toes, and it's been moments since we recorded 138. We are 138. Anyway.
No, this is 139. Get it straight.
So how many squares of toilet paper do you think you use? I meant to text you to get a confirmation, but do you use a lot of toilet paper? I figure this is one of our most popular topics, so let's really find what else we haven't talked about in the bathroom.
Now, I was going to say, are you like pull off a square at a time, or do you like pull off little bunches of it?
What the hell do you mean? Are you implying you take one square and carefully wipe your
Some
ass?
people do.
Yeah, but not us.
Not me. No, thank you. Yeah, no, not these
chunky
juicy dumpers.
No.
Not these bee dumpers.
I've learned how
pillows.
much I take because I had this conversation, because we watched it and they showed like an average, like they just told people like just take it like you would, and then show us like with your clothes on like what angle and position you wipe in. And a lot of people like lean forward, nothing through the front like you said you do, because I
knew this was gonna come up.
And then they were talking about front to back, and like one person maybe
front to back.
Well, yeah, or back to front, I guess.
No,
like
you never go back to
your
front.
Balls, or women wipe it right into their pussy.
Yeah, you're not. Oh,
a turd into the pussy.
Gross, a dirty.
When did I become you?
Yeah, when did you become? Over the last several episodes, you have become me.
I've been saying some shit.
I
said pussy in a conversation the other day. I also said tits to somebody, and they felt crazy.
You are
turning
into me.
I got to see a bunch of tits, and I was like, you don't use tits in that manner. So sorry. Apology to her.
I had somebody I'm not that close with, but like kind of close with.
Your boobs?
No, I wish. Came up
and
and flipped my burgers, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's only been a couple of months since someone's done this. Yeah. No, I had someone close to me that they asked if I had any rubbing, if I had any rubbing alcohol at home. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I don't really use it for much. I just use it to like clean my pieces with my bongs. And they thought I said my balls. And so they
that would be good.
And so they like were kind of weird around me for the next couple of hours I was with them, and I was like,
just because you put rubbing alcohol in your balls?
Because I mentioned washing my balls with rubbing alcohol. And then
that seems pretty tame for
and
what
then like
I've heard you
and
say.
then yeah, and then like later
for what I've heard you shout publicly.
Yeah. And then later they like something came up and they were like, yeah, well, you told me you wash your balls with rubbing alcohol. I said, not my balls, my bongs. And then
I was gonna say, when you said pieces and balls, I was like, well, that's their fault that they completely misheard that.
Yeah.
You want to hear balls.
And they were like, oh, bongs. And I was like, that makes it better for you for some reason?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think they're both repulsive.
Just a modest. I'm out here washing my balls and my bongs at the same time, just taking a whole huge bottle and just
washing your balls in your bong water.
You really got to disinfect your balls in your bong water, because they say your balls have taste buds and you can taste things. You got to like dip your balls in soy sauce, dip them in bong water, get a bad taste in your mouth, throw up immediately.
What are you throwing up about? Oh, I just dunked my balls in something nasty. That's going to be one of those long ones. Anyway, do you have any ballpark on how many squares of toilet paper when you pull off
I mean, it depends on how messy of a shit we're talking. Are we talking an average shit?
But I realize I take several pulls. I feel like I use a lot of toilet paper.
I also feel like
but
I use a lot.
I'm taking. I realized almost exactly. I take the exact same amount every time. Like I just have been.
I'll need to try that because I haven't
get
been
back
paying
to
that
me.
much attention.
Because
I'll text you
curious.
about it in a few days. I know I use more at work than I do at home though, because I'm at work and I'm like, it's free, and I just.
Oh, see, I don't think about. I just. Literally, it was like one time it wasn't the same amount, but every other time. And then it's one of those things where you're like, wow, I'm very calculated even when I don't realize
even
it,
when I'm not paying attention.
Because I think mine is just like I just have an amount that I, like a length
like
I
your
pull
brain
to,
is
and then
used to
I snap
seeing
it,
a certain amount pulled
and then
out.
I fold. Do you fold or bunch? Have we talked about this?
I bunch.
Yeah, see, I'm hearing a lot of bunch, but I've
a
realized
buncher.
I'm a meticulous folder because the question was propositioned to me, and I was like, I honestly don't know. And then I did it, and I was like, oh, I really fold, like, carefully, like...
Like, do you fold, like, the squares together along, like, the seams and stuff like that?
Pretty much. I'd say it's maybe, like, a little shorter.
Like, is it a loose fold or a tight fold?
It's a loose fold. I'm not, like, creasing it.
I was saying it's like a tight fold.
Yeah, it's like a perfectly little...
And it's like a
and then
solid
just one
square.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
Worth, and then I'm thinking you just got 2 fingers, just take it, prop it, wipe it perfectly.
I thought you were going to just take my 2 fingers, wipe my ass, rub it on the toilet paper like a sample, fold it and put it in the toilet.
You take
bow to it for some reason.
Take your fingers, swirl them up in your ass like you're mixing up a milkshake.
Okay, that seems...
Scoop around your asshole like this when you pull it out. Pop them onto the paper, wipe your fingers, clean
so I'm
the paper
cleaning the
in
inside
the
of my asshole?
with your fingers.
Okay.
And then you wipe
Seems
your fingers.
painful
Then you
and
wipe your
unnecessary.
fingers. But it's clean.
Any shit that's up there
it's
is
clean.
a different day's problem,
But it's
right?
clean. A different day's
What's clean?
Your asshole if you are really just going for it.
That can't be healthy.
You just no, it's not healthy.
Scraping the rim?
I'm not saying scraping, just a lot of hard pressure. Like you're not scraping with your nails, but you're really just trying to, like, you can't squeegee with your fingers, but you can like scrape it.
Scrape.
You know how like you get like sauce in a cup sometimes?
Scrape.
I mean, because I can't say squeegee. If I say I'm squeegeeing the inside of my asshole with my fingers, it makes me sound like a Jeffrey Dahmer level psychopath.
I don't know about that.
I just listen. All I'm saying is that like you have to like firmly apply pressure to get all the shit off of your asshole with your fingers, then wipe your fingers clean, then throw the toilet paper away.
All right, fair enough.
Or
no,
you put the toilet paper on your fingers, shove it into your ass, use that to clean your asshole with, and then you throw the whole piece of paper away.
I don't know, man. I gotta be honest. I checked out a while ago.
I could see it in your face.
It got to be
beautiful.
so confusing and weird.
This is how
I don't like the idea of sticking my fingers in my ass and scraping around.
Scraping's not the right word.
Okay, what am I doing?
Squeegeeing.
Strolling? Squeegeeing is as bad as
See,
scraping,
that's what I'm saying.
if not worse.
But it's not a scrape. It's just like if
you're implies that water is
what am I doing when
out of my ass?
What am I doing when I do
this?
What am I doing when I do this with my hand on the table? Like, what would you call this motion?
Squeegeeing.
Yeah, but that's also what I'm trying to do. Like,
but I'm picturing my asshole just leaks out down my thighs because when you squeegee a window, right? Yeah, is that rough for you? Because it shouldn't.
No, I'm just picturing you having to have your asshole leak out all over your thighs. Is that what it's like to be a woman?
Yes, of course. That's why we should treat
them
them
and then
better.
they just
oh my God, no! I'm talking about their wet assholes, idiot.
I'm talking about coming in women.
I gotta be honest with you. I have to make this pee. I thought I could do it, and I don't know why I did.
Of course, it's on you now.
It's fine. I'm gonna pee in that bottle.
Go ahead. Pee all over the place. I can't believe that I have to say. Okay, I'm gonna try to get over the pee smell. Let's just get back into this. Okay,
you just touched a hot bottle of my pee. What's your review?
A review of your hot bottle of urine.
Can I review peeing in the Welch's sparkling grape juice
You can
bottle?
review anything you want. Do you give it a light 5?
I will say, wish it was clear. Couldn't see where my pee was. Instantly, you know how like when you start peeing in something, you're like, oh, it's probably already almost full, even though you just started peeing.
Turns out it was half full of juice already that we never finished.
It was brand new. I cracked the seal
no. It's just overflowing everywhere. With the effervescence, the bubbles are getting into the head of your dick.
I was listening to Evanescence in there. I was like,
you were listening
bring me down. Take me down. Fuck me. Pee in this bottle.
Bring me to life. Wake me up.
Yeah,
wake me up and I can't wake up. Wake me up and pee inside this full bottle of grape juice.
But yeah, so the label made it difficult to see. I was able to fill it up and I had more pee left, but it's fine.
You're hanging on to it. You can
And
sit on it for a little bit.
I got comfortable at the end because you know how at first you just press your pee hole like into the bottle to make sure, and then eventually you start bringing it away, and you're like, wow. You're like when the bartender takes the
drink and
bottle
puts it all over, you're like,
oh,
it's gonna fuck it up. It's gonna be too much.
Yeah, I did that with my cock.
You did a 6-second pour. You just stretched it out.
Yeah, I just stretch my cock while I'm peeing. As I grab it, I put the tip of my dick in the bottle, and then I grab it with my finger, and then I just pull down. Oh, it's impressive.
It sounds.
If I did it at a bar, people would leave.
If you did that anywhere, people would be angry and yell about it.
Aren't they always?
God, if I had a nickel every time people have been yelling at me in public recently.
If I had a nickel for every time I knuckled my dick 6 inches into a bottle, I'm not sure if that's worded correctly.
Knuckle deep inside the bush, singing Tool songs at a bar, shoving your dick in a beer bottle. Everybody's
that sounds like exactly who's doing it.
Yeah.
It's just me going. Is that Tool?
The bass line?
Yeah, that's the only Tool thing I know. I don't know a single Tool song except amateurs playing that at music stores.
Yeah, and then I remember the one time we were at Guitar Center, you're like, do the Tool thing when I had the bass, and I just...
Yeah, then I was pissed at you.
You told me to do it.
It was a joke.
But then why would you tell me? You know me. You know I just do things people tell me.
Would you jump off a bridge if I told you to?
Probably, honestly, yeah.
Oh, Millhouse is jumping off a bridge? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. This is where I come to cry.
How would you feel about... Remember when I had the goldfish and you said Santa's little helper ate them, but I had the bowl? Why did I have the bowl, Bart? Why did I have the bowl? I watched that episode because I saw that comment on something, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this episode makes me sad except that part.
Why did I have the dignity, Luann? Why did I have the dignity?
How would
Even the cat can see it.
What did you think about my hot bottle of pee?
I thought it could have been hotter.
Okay.
I think I've had hotter peas.
I think I've had hotter too. Maybe that glass is thick.
You did not taste as good as tea. I'll tell you that much.
What if I peed into your hands? That's the only way to really get the temperature.
See, I feel like my hands are kind of dry right now. So like I feel like
pee would help.
I don't feel like pee is going to moisturize it. Cup it.
My pee is very moisturized.
It's very cuppable.
Yeah. Well, I would like to.
Sludge.
If you're gonna, if I'm gonna pull out my dick and you're gonna put your hands like this, I'd love to put my balls in it, even just for a moment. You know what I mean? When in Rome, put your balls in another man's hands. That's what the Romans did for sure.
They cupped each other's balls for friendship?
Yeah.
Warmth.
And they shit in a big room of toilets. That was in the show as well. They did do that.
They had big shower rooms, and then they had big rooms where they ate and puked.
I would love a puke room.
That's what they had. They would eat until they puke, and then they eat, and they would eat fucked up things like mice covered in honey.
I know, but imagine just having a puke room.
Imagine eating a mouse. Do you crunch on the bones?
No.
Or do you think they gut it and you just like suck the little meat off?
I think you cook it and eat it like a wing.
But are the guts still inside?
Yeah. That's the honey barbecue.
Oh.
Or garlic parmesan, depending on the mouse.
I would love a good garlic parmesan mouse.
It would.
I feel like if it's the right kind of garlic
parmesan is such a strong flavor that it would definitely cover up the mouse.
Garlic parmesan is such a gamble.
Yes.
Because I feel like no matter,
scary.
Not even just wings, like, you know, like you can go to good pizza places and they got that garlic parmesan sauce you put on there.
Yep.
I feel like that's such a fucking gamble too. Because what Pizza Hut, I've had it from Pizza Hut, tastes like chemicals. Tastes like straight chemicals. Papa John's, they do it well. I like the way Papa John's does it.
I don't think I've had it anywhere in a while. But yeah, the wings, because that's one of my favorites. But like, I got to do like 5 of those max. You know what I mean?
Because it's a strong flavor.
So much. I know people. I'll go out with people and look at like the extra large, and it's just that, and it's like
25 garlic parmesan flats, please.
Yeah, I've been with an associate having to stop at a Buffalo Wild Wings on the way to Madison just to get garlic parmesan.
Did he eat them in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, how bad was it?
It's pretty bad. It's pretty strong.
Dipping them in extra garlic parmesan sauce.
I think he gave us all some, but yeah, it's like. I always forget. I never go there because my wings are never hot temperature-wise there.
Yeah.
It drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's never, because it's like they take them out.
And they're like 6,000 calories for one wing. Like when you look at it, you're like,
and I feel like because I feel like what they do is they toss it in cold sauce. I feel like it's not getting tossed in hot sauce. Because if it was getting tossed in hot.
Or all the wings are just cooked.
Because don't they have like that bingo machine where they like toss them around to get the sauce all over them?
Yeah. Well,
which they don't clean out properly, so it just has every sauce in there.
I feel like it's either hot wings with cold sauce or room temperature wings with like a warm, like heated up sauce.
But then that's worse because I feel like if the food's cold, the sauce being hot isn't going to heat it up.
I feel like it's that.
Like especially if you get boneless, Because I feel like if you get
that's what I
boneless, they
do.
just pre-cook baskets of them.
Because boneless is just so much more efficient.
But we gotta admit, it's just chicken nuggets.
That's fine. Yeah, you can call it whatever
Yeah.
you want. I'll be a huge child. It's just more. I can just pop it in my mouth.
I know, and I get that, and I appreciate that a
yell
lot
at me.
more. Okay, okay, that's fine. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down to a whisper.
Yeah, I'm a giant
Listen,
child. I just don't go to a restaurant to do work.
I understand that you don't want to do a lot of work at a restaurant, but what I'm saying is, here's a new theory.
I hate it.
If you could live at this volume for the rest of your life, maybe you could eat 25 bone-in garlic parmesan wings in one sitting.
Just because I'm quieter?
Maybe if you, because think
yell about
think
it?
about how intense the flavor of 25 garlic parmesan wings is, and think about if you dialed everything else back, you could handle all that intensity at once. Because now it's coming out.
Especially with bone in, you got to deal with much less meat to sauce
Not
ratio.
if you get all flats though, but if you get all flats, it's better.
See, I think flats have the least meat on
I
them.
think flats have the compared to a drum.
Yeah.
No, drums have way less meat.
My teeth don't align, so I can't
drums.
be doing
Drums always got like the joints and the cartilage on it and everything
but
else.
it's got a big, good chunk. Flats, I'm like, what are we doing in here? You know what
It's
I
got
mean?
all that delicious crispy skin all the way around it. You can just pop it in your mouth and suck it all off, and
See,
then
I
you're just left
can't
with the
do
two
that.
bones.
And like bone in, and this is gonna be very childish, but like when you're eating like bone in wings, I'm reminded of how gross this whole thing is. You know what I mean?
You're telling me this?
Yeah.
I understand.
I don't
this.
like bones. You see, like the gross parts of the chicken, and ever since a kid, it's made me unpleasant. Like I said, I know what I want. I understand both sides of the argument, but I think you're getting more meat from a boneless wing.
In all technicality, yeah.
Yeah. And it's so what if it's a chicken nugget? I like chicken nuggets too. I'm comfortable with myself. I'm not trying to prove shit to anybody.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
get
pop
25
a whole
garlic
thing in my
parmesan.
mouth instead of just like fucking eating out a dead bird. You know what I mean? We've all been there.
You want to talk about eating out a dead bird? I've been married for 25 years.
I was hoping one of us would do it. It was right there. We might not have ever said of a
Talking about eating out a dead bird. I've been trying to get this rock off my hand for 25 years, but the bitch is insisting we can go on an anniversary cruise. I'm just trying to fix up the old Mustang in the garage. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope, that one was long-winded and bad.
Just want to jack off in my garage and work on my car.
Speaking of dead birds, here's a not this immediately, but here's an article I've been trying to bring up for like 5 episodes.
5 episodes.
I tried to find a place. Don't read it yet. Tried to find a place that didn't give it away immediately. So this is a man that walked across Antarctica
Okay.
by himself. First
Trek?
Yeah, successful solo trek. We'll get into all the details about how long it took him and whatnot. But he had something go shockingly wrong. I guess I didn't load it up right. I just didn't want to give away that. 38 days is what it took. So 15 days in, he was very hungry. He had been supplied with a special gooey 1,180 calorie Colin bars. His name is Colin. Yes, just so you're not like, what the fuck is a Colin bar? And they were specifically made for him by his sponsor. And he would eat one a day. And that would keep him going. So it was like perfect, so we didn't have to bring a bunch of extra shit. One night at 3 a.m., he ate 2,000 calories, so like 2 of these bars. Like, just gorged himself.
I was saying, how big are the bars, do you think?
It doesn't say. I'm very much picturing the power bar from Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like, almost exclusively.
Yeah, Apple
because
Cores
it
and
seems,
Chinese newspapers.
Yeah, it seems like the exact same thing.
I want
to know what's in the
because
bars.
if they're 1,180 calories each, he ate about 2,000 calories in one 3 a.m. binge session.
So he just
ate 2 bars, which
Yeah.
isn't crazy to think
No,
about.
but it says it's a high-fat mix of coconut oil, nuts, dried cranberries, and cocoa powder. Was designed to more easily fuel O'Brady's 8,000 calorie ski days on the frigid and windswept ice. So yeah, in the middle of the night, he just grabbed chunks of Colin bars and stuffed them into his mouth, quote. So yeah, then the next day he woke up feeling sick and knowing he'd have to ration what he ate that day to make up for the binge. His stomach started to gurgle even before he'd finished packing up his campsite, and he felt so uncomfortable that he pressed his hand to his belly several times as he packed his sled. Yeah, I don't know why that was like necessary to explain. Can you guess where this is going?
He has to take a massive shit at some point.
You could say that.
He pukes.
When a new wave of rumbling gurgles rolled through, my gut grabbed my mind entirely, and I tried to fight back by focusing on things outside myself. Trying to see. After 6 hours of hiking in near minus negative 25 Fahrenheit temperatures, O'Brady suddenly felt what he called a wave, one that would not stop.
He shit his pants, didn't he?
He shit his pants. But it gets crazier. He had been fairly regular up until that point on the trip, going to the bathroom every morning and then staying dressed head to toe in snow gear all day until he could stop to set up camp for the night and go to the bathroom in a sheltered vestibule. We're back, baby. You forgot about it?
Oh, you thought everybody thinks we don't come back around to everything we talk about?
We will always come back to vestibule.
We always will.
Because no matter how many times you say it or see it, every time you read it, it's shocking. It's a crazy looking word. And as it's coming out of my mouth, I'm
vestibule.
Like, yep, so we're still not sure what it is, but we know you shit in it. O'Brady decided it would be best to wait until the evening to take off his jacket, overalls, and base layers, get fully undressed, and go, but his body had other plans. Quote, I thought that I'd get relief if I was able to pass some gas, so I tried. Unfortunately, more than gas came out. I was relieved and disgusted at the same time. Now here's the crazy part. He brought one pair of underwear for the 54-day trek. I think earlier I said it was less days, but that's what I was looking for. He prioritized space and weight on his sled for food. So what do you do? What do you do if you shit your pants on Antarctica in your only underwear?
I feel like you have to sincerely MacGyver the situation to a point where you have to somehow, in the evening, heat up water and then like melt snow, essentially, I would feel like, with a fire, and wash that single pair of underwear.
I don't think he had like the tools.
So
he had a sled that was basically
you just got
it.
You got to free ball the rest of the trip, then, man. You can't just have shitty drawers. I heard Ted Nugent tried to do something very similar to get out of the draft.
I think
he ate a bunch of Colin bars and then he shit his pants.
I think I had that story and this story up at the same time, and I was like, "This is maybe too much pants shitting." But yeah,
I just like this line down at the bottom here.
He had 6 hours more of trudging through snow and wind before he could stop, set up camp, properly evacuate his bowels, and clean up the mess inside his pants. So regardless, you've got 6 hours.
Yeah, because this is already a 54-day trek.
Yeah, and it's a fucking negative 24 degrees outside. So you shit your pants in negative 24 degree weather with all that, whatever he's wearing, it has to be so much stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, how many layers do you think he's got on? So, like, it's not freezing to his ass. It's got to be, like, cooking inside of his ass.
Well, he said, quote, every step would now be accompanied by sticky chafing.
So his shit was, like, sticky? It wasn't even, like, logs?
I mean, if you just suddenly shit your pants, I feel like
if your gut's doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if you shit your pants,
and it's
okay,
and it was coconut oil, nuts, dried berries,
and anything
high fat stuff like that. You were shitting.
A bar is gonna be like, I'm sure he's been taking some runny shits just in his vestibule.
In his vestibule of shitting.
Making matters worse, he'd only packed a single pair of underwear for the 54-day expedition. Quote, I bring 220 pounds of food, but one pair of underwear, he told. It was calculated move designed to prioritize food, rations, and gear over comfort. I'll be filthy at the end, quote. So, like, but underwear is not heavy and doesn't take up that much space.
I feel like if you
flatten it out,
you could at least a couple weeks worth of underwear.
Well, not even just a backup. When I go,
I change it every 3 days.
Yeah, or even just in the worst case, like one pair probably would have helped him a lot. Because like if I go to a hotel, say I'm staying in a hotel for 3 days, I always have an extra pair of underwear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whenever you travel, I always bring extra undershirt, extra underwear, extra pair of socks, at least one.
I bring at least one extra pair of underwear. Just in case. And I haven't shit my pants in months. So like
it's been a while.
It's been some time.
Show me the man's face. That's him and his wife?
Yeah. And she divorced him because he shit his pants.
Do you think every time she blows him from now on, she thinks about how this was caked in sticky shit from his Antarctica hike?
I don't know. He said, quote, it was all very humiliating, which he wrote in his new book. 38 days later, a much skinnier O'Brady made it to the other side, ending his journey with a stunning final 32-and-a-half-hour ultra-marathon finish to the edge of the Ross Ice Shelf. The first thing he did was not find fresh pants. Instead, he celebrated the success with tears, a beaming smile, and a call home to his wife to say, "We did it." She didn't do anything. "Honey, I shit my pants."
She sat at home fucking dudes for 54 days while you were shitting your pants eating Colin bars.
But for 38 days, he had shitty pants.
I mean, he had to have cleaned the underwear at some point.
I don't think he
God,
did.
I wish this went into more detail.
I know. I feel like
I feel like we got to get the guy on the show. We got to interview him.
when I initially heard this, I read and heard that he stayed in his shitty pants until he was done.
Jesus.
And I mean, because like, if it's negative 25 degrees, how do you even change your clothes? And like, you know what I mean?
I mean, if he's
I don't
shitting in a
understand.
vestibule, he's got to have somewhere where he's like setting up camp, getting heat inside of something where he's taking off his gear, and he's not sleeping in his gear, is he?
It seems like he is. I don't know. That's what I mean.
He didn't bathe for 54 days?
He definitely didn't do that. He said like he knew he would come out filthy. Because I think another person had tried to do this, and I think they gave up, and they had like similar issues with like hygiene and stuff. Because you can't. I mean, yeah, not even showering for. Well, like, how do you wipe your ass? Is there toilet paper on that sled?
And
I want to see what
supplies
the
and gear.
sled
Yeah,
is.
I want a breakdown of his itinerary. Like, give me everything he brought with him. Because what did it say, like 220 pounds of food or something like
Yeah,
that?
which is crazy.
Which
if
is
it's
all
a,
Colin bars.
Yeah, if it's a bar, like, does he eat just one bar a day? How fucking heavy are these bars?
Because it says he ate 2 in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
But he was grabbing chunks of them to eat?
yeah, he's
So are these like massive bricks?
Maybe. I wish there was
220 pounds of Colin bricks?
some pictures of his Colin bars. Because, yeah, if it's like
Then where is he shitting
1,100 calories, so maybe he does eat 2 a day, because 2,000 calories a day is
it said he was eating
suggested-
like 8,000 calories a day.
Eating 8,000 calories? Was that what it
If
said?
you're hiking across the Antarctic, yeah, he's eating like 8,000 calories. Yeah, easily fuel O'Brady's 8,000 calorie
Okay.
ski days.
So, yeah, that makes more sense. So,
Oh.
all right. So, yeah, 8,000, and let's just say they're 1,000. So
So he's
eats
eating
8
about-
bars a day.
I'd say 7 because it was like 11. It was like almost, wasn't it 1,100 calories a
Yeah,
bar?
but either way, 8 just for simplicity.
Yeah.
So 8 times 50 something. We don't do math, but yeah,
No,
that makes more
that's a
sense.
lot of
that would
bars.
be, you know. I,
Not
yeah,
bricks that he's eating of just coconut oil and
I
nuts.
really wish we could see more. I wonder if his Instagram has like fucking pictures on it.
Just pictures of
those.
his shit-filled underwear.
Yes. Oh God. Day 34. I'm just baking in my shit.
His ass just looks like one of those not even the dreadlocked hair. You know that hair you see where they just have to like saw through it because it's
Yeah.
so thick and matted.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that looks like a guy covered in shit. All right.
I can't even imagine doing this. Like, this just looks like, do you think the payoff? Like, what do you get? You just get to be the guy that
A sense
did
of
this?
adventure.
Maybe. Oh, and he wrote that book. He's probably
The impossible first.
yeah. God, show us your shitty.
Being away from your
boxers.
kids for months just to shit your pants.
2 months. Oh, he was on Joe Rogan. I guess I should listen to that. Maybe
See if he talks about the pants. Oh my god.
he for
what is
sure
that
talks about
bullshit?
the pants shitting. I know, that's horrible. Is this how it looked, or is this unrelated? What is? Like, I pictured it to be like that. Even
Yeah.
that looks like it sucks. I thought it was just flat bullshit. And
Yeah.
he probably just does this for fun.
I say he's just going over
Do you think-
mountains.
I feel like I would be like, I'm never doing. Oh, fuck off! I hate that Instagram does this, so I can't lurk without being signed in. Suck my fucking dick. God damn it! We just want to see this guy's stupid life. Yeah, I don't think I don't have maybe this sense of adventure, or you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I
would
just
never
don't wanna
do
do
this.
this.
It sounds miserable. Oh, there's the sled probably. That's a fucking big fucker, actually.
Yeah, and he's
That's
dragging
bags of
that thing
shit.
around.
Yeah, this sucks, dude. Why
I guess
fuck
I would
you
also
do
need
this?
8,000 calories a day if I was lugging that thing around.
Yeah, and he's not a big
This
man at all.
sucks, man. People won't suck your dick for doing less than this.
Yeah, this is fucking stupid. Like, I don't even like. I admire it. Like the
Yeah,
skill.
good
and
for
the-
him.
Yeah, the skill and the willpower. Oh, was that his vestibule?
That's got to
See,
be.
You're not naked in that.
You
know
shouldn't
what I
be.
mean? Like, it doesn't even look. I don't know.
I mean, he's got to have heat in there. He's
That's a
not
nice
just
vestibule.
sleeping.
You could. I don't think he has heat.
You got to
If
have
you-
like a small space.
If you
heater.
don't pack a
A
single
generator.
pair of underwear so that
You're
you
not
have
bringing
space in your
anything that
sled,
gives you heat.
like, look, he's trying to get through this crevice. I've learned I don't understand any of this shit. and we refuse to log in to continue. So who knows? But
You've learned that you
Yeah,
will never be
there's
able to
another-
survive a situation like this.
there's not a single thing like this. Just seems unpleasant, and there's not enough of a payoff. Call me what you will. Like, I don't have an interest in that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it. Is it worth it? You get a book deal. You're the guy that shit your pants.
You get to be on Joe Rogan.
Jinx. Now we have to be on Joe
Now we
Rogan.
have to be there.
Call him right now, Joe. We jinxed it. But yeah, like, I don't know.
It's like, that's
Especially-
crazy, guys. Have you ever shit your pants while hiking solo across the
Maybe
Antarctic?
that's
We're like,
where
no,
I-
there's only one guy who's done that. He wrote a book.
That's probably where I heard this from, was him like telling another guest, because he's always like, I had this guy on that did this thing. That's probably how I found it.
Yeah, he shit his pants when he was going across the Antarctic. It was, you ever do anything like
For
that?
54 days.
I
had shit in his pants for.
shit my pants at Bonnaroo.
He
It's Kurds on Joe Rogan.
Kurt's definitely. The fact that Kurt doesn't shit his pants more is mind-boggling.
Oh no, we just don't know about it.
Maybe. But yeah, imagine if he went with his shit-filled pants for 34 days. That's longer than Ted Nugent. I want to know who has.
No, that's about as long. Not much longer than Ted Nugent.
But it's longer.
But Ted Nugent had more shit in his pants.
Well, I mean,
Because that guy didn't just keep. He wasn't like,
But
well, we've
can
already
you-
wasted him.
can you imagine shitting your pants,
For 30.
walking 6 hours, then pulling them off to take another shit, and then putting them back? You know
The
what I
shit
mean?
back on.
Like, I think it's.
But at that point,
would
it's
you
probably.
rather?
But at that point, it's probably frozen because you're in the Antarctic
But
with them
then
off.
imagine a frozen shit coming back to your ass.
Imagine
in
frozen
your
shit coming back
vestibule?
to your ass in your
Remember,
vestibule and
this is not-
reheating in the vestibule.
When we
I
talked
feel like
about
if
the
it's
vestibule,
frozen,
we
you could
talked
pry
about.
it off, maybe.
Are you gonna?
Unless it's worked its way into the fibers.
Would you
But
rather?
after 6 hours of cooking,
Would you rather Ted Nugent your pants repeatedly for 30 days, or shit your pants and then 30 days of like you can shit normally, but you have to keep wearing those underwear and keep
and you
putting it
haven't
back?
cleaned them at all.
No.
Like there's no like wiping down these things or rubbing them off in the snow or.
No.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, this one fucking sucks.
This sucks.
This is meant to be two bad things.
God, as much as I hate to say it, I'm gonna say the Antarctic thing because I feel like with the Ted Nugent thing, it just keeps coming and keeps coming and
It definitely
keeps coming.
does.
Like it
I
just
don't
keeps
understand the
coming.
mechanics of a Nugent because I feel like your pants.
I don't
would,
understand the mechanics of an Antarctic hike because it's like I feel like at some point you could get them off and clean some of the shit out of your pants.
But like, yeah, it depends.
Like it's not going to be perfect. I'm not saying it's going to be
we knew,
perfectly
if
clean.
we knew more of what he had on his sled, because it's not like you can take your pants off and walk outside and find a crick. And
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know it's not like that, but you could
You
at
gotta,
least
like-
wipe them off in the snow a little bit.
but like, yeah, I don't know. It depends on consistencies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because if it's just cooked into the fibers of your underwear for 6 hours, there's just no saving it.
I feel like if I was him and I did shit my
'Cause
pants
at that point,
and live
it's-
like that for 30 plus days, when I got home, I would frame those underwear
Yeah,
and be like, this is what I went through.
in a smell-proof shadow box that isn't actually.
I would take it to
smell-proof.
Michael's and be like, oh yeah, just these.
Oh my god! there was
What
just-
is this?
just
Were these
screw-
cooked for
people
30
vomiting.
days?
Were these
No,
c-
34.
cooked in a shit clay oven for 30 days
34.
in a septic tank?
He's like, hey, I walked across Antarctica, and people are like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what you did. These are your shit-covered drawers. You're
No one
disgusting.
cares about that in real life. Like, not enough. Like,
You're a
we're
disgusting,
happy for you.
awful man.
Good job, but you can't just. Because there's not a lot of other things. Like, what if you climbed Everest and you shit your pants and just basted
At
in
the
it the whole
top?
time? At the top, you can shit your pants.
Yeah, if you climb Everest, you can do whatever you want
At the
afterwards.
top, yeah. I heard it's like a huge trash.
I heard you can pull a
dump.
Motley Crew and shit your pants and have someone blow you the second you get to the bottom.
So you shit your pants at the top,
And then when you get down to the bottom,
well, yeah,
because
you just slide down.
yeah, on
So-
your ass.
Yeah.
Let the friction in the snow clean you off.
Just hot shit.
Hot cheeks,
It's
hot
just-
cross
well,
buns
yeah,
with some
technically
shit.
it's just your scarred up ass cheeks because your pants have blown out halfway down the
Yeah,
hill.
it just looks like a smoking crater when you get to the bottom.
What is that? Don't worry, I wrote down on a dead body with a bite out of its arm.
They look down. They look at my ass when I get off. They flip me over. It just says right butt cheek, left butt cheek, where you should be.
And then a girl eats your ass.
Oh my god!
Because that's what you should get.
Because
if
that's
you
what they were
climb
like. They're like, I
Everest.
don't care. I said I was gonna do it when it got down here. God damn it.
He's been through enough. I should go through something. We did this. You're like, we did you just ate my bloody shitty
I'm like,
ass.
miss, you've been stalking me, as she's eating my shitty, burned out bloody ass.
You're doing a press conference like, since I was a kid, I always saw Mount Everest. We lived behind it for.
She's just sitting there sucking her fingers clean and like licking her lips at you.
No, she's just like in there, and you just keep like
you're
like, oh,
like Homer when he's accepting the thing when they're like spraying his fat bottom when he plugs with the thing. You're just like laughing because she's like really just getting in there, just cleaning you out.
That's her tonguing my asshole.
Oh my god, a woman tonguing my burned out shit covered ass, going wee.
Blown out.
Yeah, because I slid down Mount Everest on my ass.
You can do it if you put your mind to it. You can do whatever.
If I slide down Everest on my ass, I'm never gonna have women stop eating it in nurses' outfits because they're gonna be the only one applying proper care to my bum.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely
my poor burned out with a bum.
It's definitely gonna be unsanitary to have such an open
unsanitary.
wound that women are eating.
Oh, I mean that's not my problem. I've earned this respect.
Your
goddammit.
asshole will be an open wound.
Oh yeah, I mean
all of our assholes are technically open wounds.
It's not a wound technically.
I remember when I was a teenager and I was talking to a woman I may or may not have had relations with.
And you said, "Let me fuck you in your butt gash," and then she dumped you.
No, never happened.
Different lives. Despite hot rumors. That was Anne's 17th of all.
No, it can't get worse.
It can't get
butt gash. You're like,
Mr. Full legal first name butt gash drama.
Confusing, but true.
Yeah.
Big if accurate if true. Tiniest cap.
Biggest cap, tiniest cap. Tiniest little Yeezy cap you've ever seen in your life.
Ding. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, a woman was like, well, it's worse for women because we have an open sore at all times. And I didn't understand the female anatomy as much as I don't also right now in my older years. Yes. I was happy. I thought it was a good one, but I wasn't sure.
It was good.
The loud swallow really brought it home. I hate that when something's hilarious and you're like, I'm going to choke and
I'm going to die
about this.
Because female anatomy, which I still don't know.
But yeah, she just said we have open sores. Or open wound, and I was like,
is that implied she's just soaking wet all the time?
That's what I said, and then I think I was like,
because in my experience, and maybe it's just me, but women are not wet ever.
She's soaking wet.
She's fucking dry, tearing the skin around the base of my dick.
I think I made a similar point around this conversation. I don't know, and I don't want it to paint me in a negative light, but I was like, wait, if you put salt in there, does it burn? Do you know? Have you tried it?
I haven't, but I'm thinking about taking a little bit of beefaroo seasoning salt when I get home.
The best salt.
Sprinkle it on
there. You steal it. Never buy it.
Never buy it. Steal the shaker.
No, you just take you take the shaker and someone's losing the top and you go to sneak a little bit on a pussy and all fours out into a woman.
But then it shrivels up like a snail in front of you.
Yeah, and then you learn women
then you
are
lick
evil.
it anyway and it tastes like jerky.
Oh, I like it.
Pussy jerky?
I mean, I don't like the idea of it like a product in stores, but like
freeze dry in a package. You're just looking at it. I don't know why it's so big. I gotta like flip the package around. It's a economy size bag of jerky pussies.
You know the stores are out. I better get the big one.
I gotta ration your jerkied pussy at this time. What?
Buy me 3 jerkied pussies if you're going to the store.
I need 13 cases of jerkied pussy for the apocalypse.
Pickled pussy.
Pickled pussy. Am I right? Boo. Boo. Oh God. You ain't from the South.
Like the normal thing.
You ain't never from the South if you've never had grilled horse pussy.
You can smell when someone's barbecuing. It's got the tail attached to it. I think this might be
either the old Johnson place down the road's open for business again, or Mark's out grilling.
Is it the pork processing plant, or are you making meat?
Is it the hog fat rendering plant, or is Mark's wife down the road with a fan between her open dress?
Between her
open dress. Girl, you got a jerkied pussy smell today.
Oh my
Have you been dumping unreasonable amounts of Beefaroo brand seasoning salt into your vagina?
You know what's crazy? The people not from Rockford hearing Beefaroo.
Yeah, not knowing what a Beefaroo is.
Yeah, like a bunch of idiots.
Like a bunch of morons not knowing it's just celery salt with like onion powder and garlic powder in it.
Oh my God. God.
And
I
some
bought onion
MSG.
powder last night. Was on my list of essentials. And wood glue, which I didn't get.
During a pandemic.
Those were the first two things
when
I wrote
people are
down.
running to
Wood
just
glue, onion powder.
I have a
and
list.
the rest.
I have a list on my phone that's like 7 standard items that I always need in the house, and then I just add to it.
Porn.
More porn, Playboy.
Blow up doll.
Playboy Hustler.
Penthouse.
Skinamax subscription card? Question mark.
Stars.
They gotta be next to like the Hulu cards. I swear.
Stars in parentheses.
I swear
full
to
nude?
God, I saw a real sex subscription card next to the fucking Roblox cards when I was here
You're
last
just
week.
pushing them all off the counter. Don't need Netflix. We have Netflix.
We have Netflix.
AMC
We need
can't go
Skinamax.
there. Olive Garden can't go there.
I'm not getting takeout from Olive Garden. How do I know it's unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks?
Bring me a wheelbarrow.
Do you think they get really pissed right now when you call them and you're like, "Can I get the unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks for
Can you
takeout?"
get Olive Garden to go?
I'm sure you can. Yeah,
I wonder how many breadsticks they give you.
they probably give you like 3 portions. I'm gonna guess. What you got to do is you got to say for how
portions?
many people. You got to say 6. You got to say
I
like
was
you're
gonna
having a
say
party.
20. Or
Yeah.
no, whatever we can legally be around.
What can we legally
50?
be given?
Yeah. I just
10. I heard 10. 9.
It's just
9
it's
servings.
literally getting smaller. Soon they're gonna be like 0.
Yeah, soon we can't even sit this close to each
can't
other
wait
and
to
record
kill
the
myself.
podcast. Yeah.
I don't want to take any chances. I snap my neck while slitting my throat because love a
Ooh.
perfect suicide.
I was gonna say I still want to do my throat slit over the microphone.
Well, get to it because we won't have time to kill ourselves soon.
Soon we won't have the
You don't
space
want
to
to
do it.
outlive your suicide. I mean, right?
What a hell of a concept.
I know, right?
What a hell of a
It's
concept.
crazy.
Yeah.
I want that on my tombstone.
He
So then
he
people
outlived
walk
his
through the
suicide.
graveyard and they're like, no, you don't want to outlive your suicide. And then strangers walk through the graveyard and they're like, so he killed himself? Or
And then
not?
we're like, oh, heavens no, he didn't believe in it.
No. So like he died naturally? And I'm like, wouldn't
Well,
say
kind of.
that.
I wouldn't go that far. He lived in
How
such...
natural is death?
He
People are
did
like, extremely?
extremely death and taxes,
yeah.
that's the saying?
Yeah, the taxes are so natural.
Yeah, the taxes are so natural. It's so supposed to happen. I don't know. I mean, it's like, I wouldn't say he killed himself, but he did not live in a way that would promise him to live for a long time.
Isn't that all of us?
To a certain degree.
Yeah. Yeah. When faced with our own mortality, one does become thoroughly aroused.
Could you lighten up a little bit, kids?
Sorry. Kids?
Children?
Me?
The movie?
Or we're talking to the kids? Are you saying I'm multiple children or we're speaking to children?
I'm saying you're
Neither's
3
good.
kids in a drama costume
Yeah.
who've been down here trying to ruse me the whole time. I know the real drama's at the house.
I mean, we didn't think we would be confronted with this. I think I'm more of a 21 Jump Street scenario. So, are you
TV
familiar?
show or the movie?
The movie.
Never seen either.
Okay, I'm very glad that you asked to make sure.
Yeah.
That's possibly my favorite thing. Which one is it? I'm not familiar with either.
I'm not familiar with either, so whatever you're going to say is going to be lost on me.
Perfect. Well, then it's like that. Go watch the movie. You piece of shit. Don't watch the TV show. Also, don't scroll through the channels and say, "Oh, I'll watch that movie," and then you turn it on. It's the fucking TV show. Now
The
you
old
owe me
TV
money.
show?
Yeah, no, the new TV show.
The one that I hadn't heard about?
27 Jump
Like
Street.
the Uncle Buck remake where he was black for some reason? On
I'm not
ABC?
familiar.
Yeah, they did like 1 season of it.
You ever watch Grounded for Life?
God, that sounds familiar.
Do you want me to sing you the theme song?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course you know the theme song.
There's no words, idiot.
Oh, well, that seems fair. I was waiting for it.
But
I
I
was
still
like, he's going to
it's
get
a
into
really
it.
good theme song without the words. It's like, I don't know. I forget what it was on, but it's like the big Irish guy. He's been in other shit. Listen to me describe things. It's
I
so
feel
fun.
like did he have a redhead daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
did.
then a
I
son
used
with
to,
curly hair. And
I
then a
used to
little kid.
love that
It's
show.
Such a good show.
That
I'm
show was
rewatching it now.
amazing.
Uncle
what,
Eddie.
What are you watching it on? Fire Stick?
Yeah, it's on Tubi. That
Okay.
free, like all of it, just for free.
Just all of it?
Yeah.
God, that show was so good
It's
back in the
still
day.
very good. It's like it's pretty racy. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like, yeah, it's pretty sexual and shit. the one episode I watched, which is a later season, which I don't even think I'd seen before, so it's fun now.
He's like a drunk Irish dad, and his redhead daughter comes in. He's like, "As a curtain match the drapes," and you're like,
yes,
Jesus
that happens
Christ.
exactly.
Holy shit, that show's dark.
They have a strip club in their bar because their bar is like always failing, and yeah, they have a strip club and shit. Like there's some very sexually suggestive things for me to be watching as like I don't know, 12-year-old.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was a child when I was watching.
It's a good show. But and Uncle Eddie was like my favorite person. He's like the guy. He's in like Super Bad when they go to that party and the girl's period gets on Jonah Hill's leg. And he's the guy. I don't know how to explain him, but like I love him as an actor. He was also, I think, in like The Irishman or something serious. You know who I'm talking about? He's the uncle, the dad's brother. That's how uncles work. Are you familiar?
I just pass out.
Yeah, I can't explain.
I just fall
anything to
apart.
this
I
piece
just
of
don't have any
shit.
bones.
That sounds about right. I know you don't have a spine.
Or an ass.
You had an ass. That's where your spine should be. Your spine slipped into your butt
My
cheeks.
spine slipped into my butt cheeks, and
You're always sitting on your tailbone now.
now I got to get one of those Hank Hill prosthetics where I have the water inflated butt cheeks.
Yeah, I feel like I need something like that because my ass crack is my arch
If
nemesis.
you came down here and I'm just like, you don't say anything about it though, and I just like come down the stairs, you're down here, and I see your fat,
I got a
juicy
fat
dump.
ass.
It's like filled out significantly. I'm like,
I'm
what's
just
this
sitting
man-
up taller.
what's this man been eating in his
sitting
spare
up this-
time?
this tall?
Like so tall. We're all the way up here doing the show now.
Just fat ass. Yeah, we have to go back to the old
I have to
mic
start
scene.
sitting up straight so I can like be on your
Oh,
level.
wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh man,
I'm
I'm not like a hunched over hunchback over here recording this half of the
we're
show.
We're gonna look like shit when
We're
old.
gonna.
I'm trying to be nice.
No, we look like shit
in
now.
front of your face.
No,
I know. That's
I
what I
know
tell
I look
people
like
when I'm
shit.
not around you. They're like, "Where's Slim at?" And I'm like, looking like shit somewhere, like a fucking retard piece
Whoa,
of shit.
whoa!
I need time.
I try to talk nice about you when you're not around.
Doubt it.
I do.
What do you say?
I say he's off, probably working really hard and looking handsome.
That's nice. I am looking handsome.
Because I like to encourage you, and I like to represent
That's
you
not
well.
encouragement to me. I don't know that this is happening.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to say it to your face because then you're going to think like I love you or some stupid shit like that. And
Smart
you're going to think
man.
like I actually want to encourage you. No, I got to be tough to you.
You couldn't be tough to me if you tried.
You couldn't be tough to
I'm
me.
tougher than you.
How? How do you prove this?
I don't know.
Do we got to arm wrestle right now?
I was thinking that, but I don't know.
Drink your bottle of hot pee right now.
That's not tough. And
I
that's
think it'd be
just-
tough to do that. It's
It'd be tough
sanitary.
for you. That's my own pee. That's my own brand.
Yeah, a tough guy would do it.
No, a tough guy would drink not a stranger's pee, but a close friend's pee.
Drink my pee
You don't have enough
from the
pee.
source.
I know how this ends. Sucking your dick.
Yeah, put my
again.
dick in your mouth and let me just pee in there.
Could you imagine
thick pee?
peeing into a closed mouth? I had to get water out of a container into another container with a siphoning technique, and it shot into my
Why
throat.
did you have to siphon?
It's pretty hard to explain.
Okay.
But hard times call for desperate measures. The
Okay.
water was old, too. So it was all unpleasant, and I had to do it
I
several...
shouldn't have eaten the mint first. He says as he has old water in his throat.
Yeah, well, I had to do it several times, and I was doing good because I was trying to, like how it has to be, like it has to go down. So I had to put it in a big pot. Then I had to empty that pot in my sink while trying to keep the hose in the water so that it didn't come unconnected. And then put it down. It was touch and go. The doctor came in and he was like, I should have taken my gloves off. But then, then it was getting to where the water was almost empty in, we'll say, container A. This is container P. There's no P involved.
Okay.
Are you following? Because you have a hard time following
I
instructions.
feel like there's a container filled with pee, but go ahead.
Fair
I feel
enough.
like no matter what you say, there's going to be a
But
container
anyway,
filled
it
with
was
pee.
getting, container A was getting low, so I went to siphon again, and it just shot in my throat, and it's been a long time. Like, then it was doing the thing where you feel like you're puking, but you're not, where you're like,
No.
and then, yeah, it was, I don't remember my initial point here, but it was
There's no
unpleasant.
point to the end of the story. You're just gagging on dirty water in your free time.
Yeah, and then it was like in my throat. You know what I mean? You know, like when you eat a girl out and you get real.
No.
Say you're drunk
Okay.
and you get real crazy, and then it feels like just like all around your mouth,
film?
like a Homer Simpson beard. You know what I mean?
But it's around your mouth and it's
yeah, and then even when
pussy.
you wake up the next day or 3 days later after your bender, and you're like,
and you haven't
I need
washed
to.
your face
Yeah,
at all.
it just feels dry. I'm not saying anything about the woman's hygiene or.
Her pH
What a-
level.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you feel, you know what I mean? It's like if you, that's how I felt What am I talking about?
I'm so worried about you right now.
You've
I wish
made
you could
me
understand.
confused about what I'm saying.
Why did I make you confused? I'm just
I
sitting
don't
here.
know.
Heaven
Your
forbid I sit here
general
and just
confusion.
let me just sit here and listen to you talk about
your
how you've
aura
eaten.
is very confused.
My aura is confusing. You're the one over here talking about eating women out, and then 3 days later your face feels weird, but it's in your throat after you siphon dirty pee water.
Okay, you really nailed it. That's basically what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I felt like I had it.
Oh, you felt like you had a Homer Simpson mouth after you siphoned dirty water from
That's
jug
why we
A
can't
to
do it
jug
back
B.
to back. Jug P, you're not listening.
Jug
Container,
A to jug P.
none were
Container?
jugs.
Jug?
Jugs.
Spittoons?
I had
Is this how the
I had
spittoon
my
thing
breasts
happened?
out, but it was unrelated.
You had your big bitch tits out when you were siphoning?
Yeah.
That was your first mistake. You should have had the tits out so someone would have come and done the siphoning for you.
Did you see that lady from Uncut Gems sucking that udder, spraying that udder in her mouth? That was fucking crazy.
I feel like I really
Julia
need to,
Fox.
I feel like
right?
I need to see this though.
It's on her
Yeah,
Instagram story.
Hollywood's favorite pog.
Yeah, and this is confusing to say the least. It's on her Instagram story, and she is in a photo like a grainy photo would be taken in this predicament. She's grabbing an udder and spraying it into her mouth, and it's running down her chin, and it says when I see a cow, I like to get it straight from. Let's pull this up.
You know what? Yeah,
we have the power to do this. I hope it's. I just saw it on Twitter. I didn't fact check it, so hopefully it's right.
Julia Fox, udder.
Yeah, is it already? No. Is that how you spell udder? Huh. Well, see, maybe I was wrong.
Julia Fox will literally kill.
Yeah.
Is very superstitious.
Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was another name I read. I wonder.
Because I was thinking about Julia Fox sucking an udder, and
It was kind of hot, but in the worst way. Udder. Let's just see what comes up for udder real quick if it's in the news. Oh shit.
Oh, that's a veiny looking udder.
Yeah, because it looks it looks crazy when you see the picture. Fuck, I don't know what to.
Woman drinking from udder.
No, we're gonna get something we don't want. I feel like I gotta go on Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Let's see if we can find it, because it is. I want to get your reaction, because it's fucking crazy.
Go to your recent bookmarks on your personal one.
I had to look at it. I had to go back, because after I seen it, I was like, is this? Yeah, Julia Fox posted a picture of her. Yeah. That face when you're thirsty in the middle of the night on a farm in the middle of nowhere, so you grab the first udder in sight. I know this is relatable. You feel weird, right?
That's a goat, first of all. That's not a cow.
Well, I just said udder, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it is.
I'm turned on by it, but I shouldn't be turned on by it.
No, you shouldn't at all.
It's
I think she knows.
It's the fact I have a tiny dick.
Yeah, and
those,
it looks, it's that color.
And shape and size. It's mine. That's mine. That's my hairy ass.
We put
That's
these
me
hooves
from the back.
These hooves are props.
Yeah.
This is I would know your dick.
Just those French tips around it like that. Like, good
and for
Lord.
some reason, these also are turning
That
me
is
on.
also, yeah, I'm turned on by that.
Definitely.
The angle,
okay.
the fact it's in the dark.
Yeah. So
the fact you waited to the end of the second episode we recorded
I
to
forgot.
pull this up?
This won't be related when this finally airs. But listen.
But we have to post it when it airs.
This is one of my problems is, and I'm glad we brought this up. Okay, I'm going to have to put it away.
You are going to have to put it away.
Well, we got our fill. Hopefully it showed up on the monitor. I'm glad I brought that up because this made me think of something I want to talk about. I appreciate anyone getting their bag and doing their thing, prospering out there. Mm-hmm. But we follow a girl on Instagram together. Not like we don't sit around and look at her pictures together or anything.
We might.
But you follow her because of me.
Okay.
She's a mother more recently. Okay.
Yes.
So do you ever watch her stories?
Yes.
Do you ever find them very arousing?
Sometimes.
Right. But do you see, so she'll do, workout videos and shit, and, let's not play coy here.
Yeah, let's not toy
You're
around.
doing this so men masturbate to it.
Yeah.
Because these are, not, you're not
typical
reinventing
workout. Yeah.
the wheel, and it's weird. And she'll be, pants pulled as low as they can get before it gets inappropriate. Just a sports bra, and she'll be like on her back, like thrusting and like moaning.
Yeah.
It's like,
we know what this is.
Yeah, and that person, and again, like you can do whatever you want, but I just don't like when it's you're lying. You know what I mean?
Just be honest. Make an OnlyFans.
Yeah, and you don't even have to get naked because clearly, like dudes are watching those because it'll be like those little dashes.
You take what you can get.
It'll be like those little dashes on her story too. When she dances or works out, it's like this is for dudes to jerk off to, and it's like the longest story, and you're like, you know, that's what you're, and it's fine, like I said, but like just be upfront about it.
I do the same thing with Florence Pugh when she does her cooking videos on her Instagram story. I'm like, you're posting this, so I'll masturbate to it, won't you?
Different, but that's how I feel about that. Like she knows that like men are slightly aroused,
getting turned on,
and confused.
Aroused and confused, and then going home and confusingly fucking their girlfriends about
or
it.
sheep,
like, what?
Or goats or whatever.
Yeah, or God, yeah. I'm sitting here thinking about Julia Fox grabbing what was literally a very weird representation of my. I'm just gonna show people that and be like, to answer your question, it basically looks just like this.
Well, that's the thing is you're grabbing what looks like a penis. It's shooting a white liquid
that is
into your
running
mouth
down your face while your other hand is like.
We know what this is.
It's in the dark. It's got like that streamlight. Like you are, you know.
You look like you're enjoying. Like no one would do whatever that. Like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been.
I'm mad about it. If we can be 100%
I'm also
honest.
mad about
I'm
it.
mad because I'm a little horny about it.
Yeah, I know. I saw it last, and that's what I mean. I like put it away, and then I was like, because I've been having it recently. There's this band I want to listen to, their album, and I just keep forgetting. And then I was like on Instagram, and I'm usually on Instagram before I fall asleep. Sometimes I fall asleep with Instagram in my hand, which feels like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And then I was looking through like different.
Because then someone's gonna come in and they see your Instagram pulled up.
Or
on your
I
phone.
accidentally, I'm on the Explorer and I'll fall asleep and my thumb hits it and it's a video and it'll be like, and then it wakes me up and it's frightening to say the least. But I'd somehow gotten down like an Instagram wormhole and I found who had produced this album, and then I'm like looking at the liner notes of this album that they posted, and the one guy has my last name, which is a like not common last name.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then when I woke up the next day, I was like, did that happen or did I dream that? I keep doing things before bed, and then I'm like, is that real? And that's how I felt about this. I was like, did I make that up in my head? Or is that real? Because that feels like I made that up in my head. Julia Fox
sucking on an udder full of milk in her mouth.
In her mouth. Like, that seems like a dream.
I'm glad you didn't make it up. I'm going to think I made it.
I can't believe that it's
I'm going to think
real.
I made it up until you repost it at some point.
I know. I can't believe that actually happened. That's very... But that's what I mean. It's so... You know what you're doing. Because we've all been talking about you because we're horny from Uncut Gems.
We're all
and
horny
we're
from
proud of
watching
you. I didn't know you existed.
I didn't either, but now I do, and I'm so happy you're America's newest darling with that big old pog ass of yours.
And when I initially heard about it, people were like, yeah, she's a porn star. So I was like, perfect.
How
and then she's
wonderful.
not at all. And I'm like, why would you lie to me with a pog like that? You piece of shit. Now I wish I was a goat. God damn it. There it is.
Yeah, can you just go ahead and pull that back up again? Yeah,
We'll
that's just fine.
I'm gonna...
Just that tiny little thumbnail. I've just been jerking off under the table the whole time.
Oh, I see the goat's milk.
If you know what I'm saying.
Your gray backwards dick.
My gray backwards weird little penis that only comes out behind my furry butt cheeks.
But I mean, imagine if you had a sad, pathetic little gray dick like you do, but then Julia... I keep wanting to call her Julia Stiles, right?
Which isn't right, yeah.
Who is that?
Who is Julia Stiles?
Was she in, like, movies when we were younger?
Julia
or was she, like,
Stiles.
Isn't
that the cooking lady? Like the old French one?
No.
Yeah, it is. I swear to God.
No, it's not.
Look up Julia Stiles.
I fucking will. She was either, like, in, like, a magazine or... God damn it.
Oh, hell yeah. I like that they even put the milk and cookies graphic in the bottom.
I know. You have to.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's crazy
It's
that you
just
could just
so
jerk off
much.
to that.
It's crazy that I have jerked off
I feel
to
like
that.
Julia Stiles is from, like Romeo Must Die or Save the Last Dance or something. Yeah, that person.
That's Julia Stiles?
Yeah, she's in fucking 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, motherfucker.
Oh,
old cooking
I
lady.
always confuse her with Kirsten Dunst for some reason.
Her? Yeah, she was also in Save the Last Dance. I was right.
Yeah, who's the old cooking bitch then?
I don't
Julia
know.
Childs. That's who I'm thinking of.
We got to make sure it's also a young
It's
actress.
also Julia Stiles.
Yeah, it's her kid.
Julia Childs. She's like some drunk old...
Julia Child movie is the first thing that's coming up, so I'm gonna...
She was like an old...
Sure.
Yeah, see? She was like an old chef.
Oh, yeah, she's got a stupid face.
And she talked like this, and then she'd pour booze, and then she'd drink it, and it was
R.I.P..
funny.
She lived to be...
She was 6'2"? What a
she was
tall
born on my
woman.
birthday.
Hot dog.
1912.
Huh, you guys have...
We were born on the same day.
You guys are basically Eskimo brothers.
She looks like, I don't know, like John Goodman in that picture.
What?
Got a big, maybe not. Someone. God, she used to look crazy. Here's her brandishing a knife.
Yeah.
Think she ever cut a guy's cock off?
I hope she did.
She had to have. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine getting your cock cut off by that.
By that? By
Fuck.
that Mama Celeste looking woman?
You asked for it.
Is she crying and puking in that photo?
This one?
Yeah, what is
No,
that?
this is a seductive one. See, women have been doing it forever.
Oh.
She knows that makes us horny. Look at all the moles on her arms. We're ready to go.
Look at that thick veiny
That
arm
is
from
the
stirring
same-
ruse
That
for
is
years.
the exact same thing as the Julia Fox picture. And
So
it's
are you saying
disgusting.
Julia Child posing for this photo, licking what is either gravy or
This
frosting
is,
off
yeah,
her
this
finger?
is the old-timey version
So
of
if we
this.
didn't have, the way I feel
She
about
broke-
watching Julia Fox drink that goat milk is the same way someone my age felt seeing her do that.
Not your age, but yes.
Yeah, probably like an
Yeah,
old man
you
being
were
like,
right,
oh,
except that-
fuck.
Yeah, like back in, when do you
God,
think...
I wish that was
When do
my
you think
Johnson.
this picture is from? They didn't even have color back then, so it had to have been-
40s?
Yeah. 40s, 50s.
50s, 60s.
That was big horny back in the 40s.
That was
or
big
50s.
horny back in the 40s?
Tremendous horny.
Watching
Licking the batter.
Watching Grandmama lick the batter
with her
off her
arms
finger.
out. You know women weren't allowed to show their forearms back in the
Or
day,
their
and I
ankles.
agree with it.
I 100%
Let's bring it
agree.
back.
I don't want to be
You
seeing
can
ladies'
show
arms.
upper arm, just wear...
Wear arm covers.
Yeah, I need the shit. Big
You
big
need a
ones
jean
that
jacket
falcons
with the
can-
sleeves cut.
Falcons can tend to. Idiots.
What?
You know what I mean.
Are you saying women should be wearing falconer's gloves?
Probably, yeah.
All
That's
the
probably
time?
exactly what I'm saying. Imagine a hand job from a woman in a falcon or glove.
I think
and a falcon comes and pecks the head of your dick as you ejaculate. Imagine that.
How much am I getting paid for it?
No, this is for the love of the game, baby.
For the love of the game? I ain't got no love for the game then. Count me out.
It doesn't hurt.
To get your dick pecked by a hawk?
One gentle peck as you come.
Is it a
Like,
gentle
listen,
peck?
Hold on. It gently pecks on that like bunch of skin on the underside of your dick, right where your
It just
head
pecks
connects.
it?
Yeah, it pecks it, but it's the best orgasm.
It
when you're like-
accentuates
you're
it?
coming. You're like about to burst, right? She's got the falcon glove right down to the base, one hard grip, and she's gonna pop the top, and the falcon just swoops in, majestic as fuck, pecks that little bundle of
Fold
this.
of
Yeah,
skin?
we all know,
That
right when you
meeting
nut,
point?
and you will never have such a good. Yeah,
It just
right
goes.
there. Yeah.
And you just
And it goes,
burst everywhere.
"Caw!" and Julia Childs goes, wee 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 wee, as you
Wee,
nut.
wee, 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 wee,
And it's
wee.
perfect.
In your
And the-
ass, and it gets squeegeed around.
I don't see you ruined it.
Are we bringing the whole thing back around?
No,
We got to bring it
but
back
it's the
around.
perfect orgasm,
Orgasm?
and you never get to experience it again. Because even if you have the glove, the falcon, the dead bitch, it won't be the same. Ever
Nothing.
again.
Yeah, it has to be a very precisely timed moment.
It's just one of those
where you're not anticipating it to happen,
Right.
and then it does happen. But
And
then
it's-
you spend the
yeah.
rest of your life trying to recreate it, but the magic's gone.
right, like in your dick slammed in a window.
Yeah, or
It's
having your
like
dick
a
hammered
once
out.
in a lifetime thing. You can hammer your dick every day.
Time for your 4 p.m. dick flattening.
I mean, it's not the worst thing that'll happen. Nailing it to a table when you're because also the Danzig, we're doing real good when we do these back-to-back ones. Is going back to the last.
Yeah, so
episode,
then
'cause
things
they're
are
recorded
tied together?
back-to-back. When that video where that guy nails his dick to the table, then he comes too. So you
Oh.
see like a nailed down dick, and then it just like comes on the table, real white like it used to be.
Does
You
it
know
come
what I mean?
around the nail?
No, the nail's through like maybe the middle of your dick.
But then I feel like it would be blocking your urethra, so the cum couldn't
I'm
get
sure
out.
the guy nailing his dick to the table knows where to nail it to prevent Urethra Franklin.
If you said Urethra Franklin,
Yes.
R.I.P.
Have I ever showed you? I don't know. I don't know if this is
Oh, this-
gonna be a problem.
Is this,
to show.
is this
Oops.
is this the way to sign off?
Yeah, it might be. I hope it's. I'm trying to think if it's Urethra. I can't even say it. How do you spell her name?
Urethra?
Aretha. Yeah. I can't even say it anymore.
Aretha?
Yeah.
Aretha.
There it is.
Urethra Franklin.
Yeah. Now that I said it, it's gonna never.
Was
come
that a
up.
Garbage Patch Kid card at one point in time?
Garbage Patch?
A Garbage Pail Kid?
Yeah, just browsing the
A Garbage Patch doll?
Oh my God. There's like a, I think it's a drawing of her face, and it is crazy.
Nightmarish?
Yeah, because she looked different throughout her career.
Yeah. Did she have plastic surgery, or was it all just like weight loss and gain?
I honestly don't know, to be completely honest with you. I don't know enough of her life. God damn it, I thought it pulled up if you, like, just searched her name. I gotta find it, even if it takes us the whole day. Maybe painting. It looks like it's a painting. There we go.
Paid in cash.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, fuck, these are all nice. God damn it. This is like a weird thing. Because I saw it on the side of a building. Someone had painted her face with other, like, musicians.
And it looked crazy.
Well, it just was one of those, because it was like done like a stencil.
Okay.
So there wasn't details. So I was like, who are like 3 of these people? Oh, there it is.
What?
Yeah, isn't that just an insane painting?
That almost looks offensive, I feel
know,
like.
I think it does very
It makes her
much.
look like a Neanderthal.
Yeah, it's like a caricature.
They really accentuated the nose and the lips, I feel like. And I feel like that's really offensive.
Yeah, they made a lot of bold choices.
They picked like a weird stage in her age to paint her, too.
Yeah.
Like they could.
They made a lot of. Yeah.
Why is it implied she has like an open robe, too?
I know. That's what I mean. It's one of those that grows the more you look at it.
It's just a lot of crazy things. That the eyes are so close. What angle would this photograph be taken at if this was a person's face?
I don't know. Yeah, so this
Because it's like you're looking from the side. It's like so tiny. It's the hair is so big.
It's like a caricature.
It's like,
That's exactly. It's like you got.
I
this,
hope I never get drawn like this because it'll make me hate myself.
I would pay a vast amount of money to see you drawn.
See
like
you
this.
drawn like this, so
No,
you can freak out.
No, I would pay money for you to get drawn painted like this. I'd hang it up in my house and I would invite you.
It would be
over
my
and
portrait
say
of
nothing.
Dorian Gray. I could never look at it.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the side of the building. I can't figure out like 3 of them. And then I'm like, I think it's Urethra Franklin. And then we're Googling pictures and this shit comes up. And I'm like, one of those ones, like the Grimace photo where I just lost my mind because I'm like, how would this ever exist? Who did
Can you
this?
imagine her seeing that and being like, oh, it's
what killed her.
beautiful. Oh, can we say that?
No.
The Queen of Soul.
I mean, yeah, she definitely deserved much better than this artist representation. But shit happens. All right.
When you're soul man, get that out of my
I know,
fucking
I
face
know.
for the love of God. Get me Julia Fox sucking. Stop it. Please stop it. It hurts. Oh, it hurts to see. This is not the R-E-S-P-E-C-T she was singing about.
Oh. All right.
Oh, get that Neanderthal painting out of here.
Let's cleanse our palates with a little bit.
Okay.
This is taking much longer than I
but
anticipated.
we're
but
gonna
we'll be there. I forgot we looked up all these idiots.
all these stupid people.
You love to experience
You
that.
love to know you live in a timeline where that exists.